In this video, I will take you along to the county of Somerset, to a lovely little town called Wiveliscombe. There is actually some debate over whether the town should be called a village or a town at this point. And for that discussion, I recommend you watch my video about English cities versus towns versus villages. It's linked in the description. The name of Wiveliscombe is a mouthful, so I will probably refer to it as Wibby in this video, both because I'm lazy and because that is the name you see on signs all over town. Wivy is located about 9 miles west of Taunton in the middle of Somerset. Coming soon will be our tour of Wells and its lovely cathedral, so please stay tuned for that, as well as some rather cheesy areas we visited in the county. I love spending time in Wivy, not only because Ian's cousin lives there and we love him and his partner, but also because we love to walk around quiet little towns like this, which still have a local feel of community. I wish all towns and villages still had their local hardware store, the laundrette, this one has a cute name, the butchers, a larder. Honestly, that is a term we don't even use in the States, but this did look like a nice food shop. Also, Wivy has quite a bit of interesting architecture to look at. And because Ian's cousin is a retired architect, and Ian loves architecture, you can bet we have lots of architectural discussions as we walk around town. Some places in Wivy are particularly colorful. And of course, I managed to find some magenta in town, so that's an added bonus. We enjoyed visiting the St. Andrew's Parish Church, which was built in 1829. The vicar was very nice and let us have a quick look inside the church, even though he had already locked up for the night. On the way to church, we walked along Rotten Row. I guess the people from that street had to go up to the church and repent. And this street name was another of my favorites in town. Made me think of my friends Brit Girls Go Stateside and Lucy's Pooches Layla and Lily. Also, while walking around town, I saw this sign. I had to look up who Keith Floyd is, and apparently he was a celebrity cook and gastronaut, a term I'd not heard before but rather like. He grew up in Wivy, so that's another fun connection to this town. If you remember anything about Keith hosting cooking shows on the BBC, please tell me about him in the comments. Another thing that caught my eye on our first trip to Wivy was a darling postbox cover. Do you have any knitted or crocheted postbox covers in your area? What designs have you seen? This one I'm showing here is from Gloucester during the Queen's Jubilee last summer, but let me show you the one I found in Wivy. First you see this fisherman and loads of fish for him to catch. And then on top is a wonderful lighthouse. And then on the other side is my favorite bit, a puffin. Yes, I am going to publish a video of our glorious trip to the Farne Islands where we saw some amazing puffins and other seabirds this summer. So stay tuned, click subscribe, and don't forget the bell. Now let's pop into the local for a spot of dinner. We walked to this pub in the town center called the Bear Inn. It's a cozy place with tasty food. Let me show you what we ate. The pie with veg and mashed taters was hearty and delicious. My vegetarian burger was great, but I regretted one thing. I should have asked for the chunky chips when I ordered to avoid having to eat these skinny French fries. I figured out this little trick when I overheard some local girls ordering their tea. I don't drink, but I did enjoy these labels from local breweries. Dolly's Delight was a funny name. And then, of course, this label caught my eye. Would be perfect for otter lovers at Halloween. Leaving the pub, we were very disappointed that the Drowning in Chocolate shop across the street was closed. That sounded like a nice place to visit for dessert. After our meal, we took a stroll around this lovely park and enjoyed the quiet beauty of Wiveliscombe. Some more magenta flowers, as well as a view of the rolling Somerset countryside beyond. Speaking of the rolling hills outside of Wivy, the best place to view them is from here, the only stoplight intersection in town. This is Croft Street meets South Street meets High Street meets Church Street. And if you stand at the end of this short high street, you can get a nice view of the countryside. Next, please watch this video of our favorite little villages in Somerset. It has gorgeous scenery and architecture in it, and cheese. Or you can check out my Cities versus Towns video here. Thanks so much for watching this video, and do something good in the world today.